Hello, everyone. Welcome back to today's story. In this episode, what should have been a joyful wedding countdown turns into the most terrifying crossroads James and Diep have ever faced. Behind the scenes, James's father has been quietly orchestrating every step, hiring people from the shadows and manipulating those closest to Diep to shatter their future. Diep is blindsided when she discovers that Nai's grandmother was threatened and paid to sabotage the wedding, and even worse, stay until the end, because this episode reveals the full extent of a father's control and the devastating cost of loving someone he refuses to accept. And don't forget to subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Your support truly means the world to us. Dust swirls violently across the narrow village lane, carried by a sudden gust that rattles the bamboo fences. Diep is walking hand in hand with little Nai when a figure bursts out from a side alley like a hunted animal. Nai's grandmother, usually slow, quiet, always leaning on her old walking stick, suddenly runs with a frantic speed Diep has never seen before. Her hair is disheveled, her breath's ragged. Before Diep can even step aside, the old woman collides into her so hard it nearly knocks her off balance. Nai gasps and clings tightly to Diep's shirt. Startled by the impact, the grandmother doesn't apologize. She doesn't even look at Diep. She just turns to flee again, legs shaking, but powered by something close to terror. Diep reaches out instinctively. "Ma'am, please, stop. What's wrong?" The old woman halts. Slowly, painfully, she turns her head. Her eyes, usually dull from age, now glow with a wild, frightened light. It's the kind of look someone has when they've been running from nightmares that finally caught them. Her lips tremble uncontrollably, struggling to form the words. Be careful," she wheezes. "Be careful with James's father. He is utterly ruthless." The words slice through the dusty air, sharp and cold. Diep's whole body stiffens. Even Nai goes quiet, sensing something is wrong. Above them, sunlight filters through the mango branches, casting jagged shadows that split the grandmother's face into patches of light and darkness. A rooster crows in the distance, but the sound feels wrong, harsh, like a scream disguised as something ordinary, something that hides danger beneath familiarity. Diep steps closer, voice trembling but steady. "What do you mean? Why are you warning me?" The grandmother's knees buckle. She collapses right onto the cracked earth road, sending up a cloud of dust. Her bony fingers shoot out and clamp onto Diep's forearms, gripping with desperate strength. "Your fate, everything about you." Her voice cracks as if the words themselves weigh too much. It was designed by him, James's father. He has known you since you were a little girl. Diep's breath catches in her throat. The grandmother continues, shaking like someone trapped between confession and fear. "He is the reason you cannot marry James. He hired me to stop your wedding." Diep stares at her, stunned into silence. "I am nothing," the old woman sobs. "But he covers the whole sky of this region with one hand. With one command, lives crumble." Nai whimpers softly and hides behind Diep, peeking out timidly at her grandmother, who seems like a stranger, possessed by fear. The wind howls through the rice fields, colder than it should be for a warm afternoon. It feels like the weather itself is reacting to the old woman's words. Diep's mind spins. Since I was tiny? Known me? Designed my fate? How? Why? For what reason? But the grandmother only shakes her head, tears streaking the dust on her face. Child, listen to me. You must stay away. You must protect yourself. James's father, he never lets go once he decides something. Before Diep can ask anything else, the old woman rips her hands away, stumbles up, and limps off down the road as fast as her frail legs allow. She disappears behind a cluster of banana trees, leaving Diep rooted to the spot, shaken from bone to soul. Late afternoon slides into golden dusk. Diep kneels in the backyard vegetable patch beside rows of cabbage seedlings. The light drips over everything like warm honey, but inside her chest, there's a storm no sunlight can calm. Her hands tremble as she mounds soil around the tiny green sprouts. She tries to steady her breathing, but her heart refuses to calm. Nee toddles over with her tiny watering can, painted blue with peeling cartoon elephants. Auntie, look, I'm helping. When I grow up, I'll plant lots and lots for you, okay? Diep forces a smile that feels like it might crack. Okay, sweetheart. That makes me very happy. Nee giggles and sprinkles water over the plants, humming a cheerful little melody. Her innocence is a small island of peace, a fragile bubble against the uncertainty clawing at Diep's mind. Then the tears come, hot and uncontrollable. They drip down her cheeks and fall onto the soil. Diep wipes them away quickly, but more follow. She doesn't want Nye to see her cry, but the weight of the grandmother's words presses like a heavy stone against her chest. Why would James's father know anything about her childhood? Why would he design her fate? Why would he hire someone, anyone, to destroy her wedding? And why now, when she and James were finally planning a future? Diep pulls Nee into her arms, hugging her tightly, maybe too tightly. She needs the warmth, the grounding, the simple reminder that something in her life is still pure. Cicadas scream from the bamboo tops. Normally, their sound blends into the background of village life, but today it feels like a warning. 100 frantic cries vibrating in the air. Night falls quickly, swallowing the house in a deep blue darkness. Inside, the oil lamp flickers weakly on the wooden table. Shadows move across the walls like restless spirits. Diep sits alone, legs drawn in, holding the phone in her lap, as though it might deliver good news if she waits long enough. Then, it lights up. James is calling. She answers immediately. His face appears on screen, but the background sends a jolt through her chest. It's not his house, not his office, not anywhere familiar. Behind him is a polished wooden headboard, a patterned curtain, a cold room lit by dim yellow bulbs. A hotel. Diep, he says, sounding breathless, rushed. I have urgent family business. Something critical. I'll be home in 2 or 3 days. Diep frowns. His voice is off. There's a stiffness in his jaw, a tightness around his eyes. He won't hold her gaze. His eyes flick to the side, then back to the camera, then away again. What happened? She whispers. Nothing, he says too quickly. Just family matters. Complicated. He forces a smile, but it's thin, strained, unnatural. Nye climbs onto Diep's lap and waves excitedly. Uncle James, bring me a pink doll, okay? James nods hurriedly. Yes, I will. Then his expression shifts, almost panicked. Diep, I can't talk much. It's not convenient here. "Where are you?" she asks softly. "Somewhere I have to be," he says. "I can't explain yet." Before she can say anything else, the call cuts. The screen goes black, just like that. Diep stares at her reflection on the dark screen. Her face looks pale under the flickering lamp. Eyes wide, expression hollow, like someone who just glimpsed a truth she doesn't want to accept. James disappears on the same day the grandmother tells her that James's father has been orchestrating everything behind the scenes, that he has known her since she was a child, that he hired someone to sabotage the wedding. The timing is too perfect, too sharp, too purposeful. A chill crawls up Diep's spine. She turns off the lamp, but darkness presses heavier than before. The bamboo fence outside rattles with the wind, sounding like whispers brushing against the walls. Whispers that feel like warnings, whispers that seem to say, "You were never in control." And now, he's moving again. The next morning begins with a strange silence. The usual sounds of the village, chickens scratching the ground, the distant chatter of neighbors, the clang of someone sharpening a knife, are all present, but somehow muffled, as if the world is holding its breath. Diep moves, mechanically, preparing breakfast for Nye, her thoughts racing. The grandmother's warning keeps replaying like a broken record. James's sudden disappearance, the hotel room, the evasive voice. It all knots together into something sinister. While Nye munches on her rice cake, swinging her legs happily, Diep forces down a few bites. Her appetite has vanished. Every time she blinks, she sees the old woman collapsing in the dust, trembling with fear. A soft knock echoes at the front door. Diep nearly jumps. When she opens it, she expects maybe a neighbor, maybe even the grandmother again. But instead, a stranger stands there. He's dressed cleanly but plainly, holding a brown envelope sealed tightly. His expression is neutral, polite, almost too polite. "Miss Diep?" he asks. "Yes," she replies carefully. "I was instructed to deliver this to you." "By who?" The man bows slightly. "I cannot say." He hands her the envelope and walks away before she can question him further. He disappears around the corner, like a shadow dissolving in sunlight. Diep closes the door and locks it. Her fingers tremble as she opens the envelope. Inside, a single sheet of paper, printed, unmarked. She reads the first line, and the breath leaves her lungs. "If you care about James's safety, you will stop the wedding immediately." Her vision swims. Her heart pounds so hard it hurts. Below the line is a grainy photo. James stands outside the same hotel room she saw in last night's call. But this time, he isn't alone. Two tall men stand behind him. Their faces blurred, but their presence unmistakably threatening. James's shoulders are tense, his eyes lowered, his hands clenched. He looks like someone not allowed to walk away. Diep grips the paper, terrified. Is James being held by his own father? Is this why he said it wasn't convenient to talk? Is this what urgent family business really meant? A wave of nausea rises. She reads the final line, printed in bold, "End things with him, or you won't see him again." The room tilts. The bamboo walls seem to close in like the ribs of a beast swallowing her whole. Whoever sent this, the grandmother, the stranger, James's father's men, they all want the same thing. Break the wedding. Break the relationship. break deep. But what about James? Is he safe? Is he being pressured too? Diep knows one thing. She cannot let Nye see this. She folds the paper and hides it under her pillow, hands trembling so badly she nearly drops it. That evening, Diep sits in the dark again. Nye has fallen asleep, clutching her stuffed rabbit. The oil lamp flickers beside Diep, lighting her pale face. Suddenly, her phone buzzes. Her heart leaps. James. She answers immediately. James, where are you? Are you okay? His voice is low, breathy, tired. I'm fine. Why? Something happened? Diep hears movement behind him, heavy footsteps. The same patterned curtain, the same dim lighting. James, she whispers, are you being watched right now? He freezes. In the silence that follows, Diep hears everything. A door closing softly, a voice murmuring, James exhaling shakily. Then he speaks, forcing calm. No, I'm just tired. Diep, is everything all right over there? You sound scared. She doesn't know whether to tell him. The letter, the photo, the warning. If he's truly being monitored, telling him could put him in danger. So she swallows it. For now. I'm okay. She lies softly. Just worried. James hesitates. His eyes flick towards something off-screen. I'll come home soon, Diep. I promise. Before she can answer, the screen jerks. Someone has grabbed the phone. The call ends. Diep covers her mouth to stifle a scream. He is being watched. He is being controlled, just like the grandmother said. The next day, the grandmother returns, not running, not trembling, walking slowly, head bowed, hands clasped. She looks exhausted, like someone who has been crying through the night. Diep meets her at the gate, tension strung tight across her spine. Ma'am, why did you tell me all that? What is happening? Why is James's father doing this to us? The grandmother closes the gate behind her and lowers her voice. Child, you need to understand something. James's father, he does not lose. When he decides something, everyone else must bow. But why me? Diep demands, voice cracking. I've never done anything to him. The old woman hesitates, her lips pressed together. Finally, she whispers, your father once crossed him. The words hit Diep like a bucket of icy water. What? My father? But he died years ago. Yes, the grandmother sighs. But before he died, he was part of something. Something James's father never forgave. He thought you knew. He thought one day you would expose it. Diep stumbles back, dizzy. I don't understand. What did my father do? The grandmother shakes her head. I don't know the full story. All I know is, James's father believes marrying you will destroy his family, so he's doing everything in his power to stop it. And he hired you? Diep chokes out. The grandmother flinches. I'm ashamed. But yes, he threatened my family. He said if I didn't help separate you two, he would ruin all of us. Our land, our savings, everything. Diep feels like the air has been punched out of her lungs. So you gave me that warning because you were forced? No, the grandmother whispers. I warned you because I couldn't bear the guilt anymore. And because James is a good boy. He doesn't deserve to be a pawn in his father's revenge. Diep's eyes fill with tears again. What should I do? How do I protect James? The grandmother looks at her with heartbreak. Child, you must choose. Protect him by letting him go, or stay, and both of you will suffer. Diep's heart shatters into pieces. Break the man she loves, or let him stay trapped under his father's control forever. There is no path without pain. The old woman touches Diep's hand gently. Think wisely. His father is watching every move. Then she leaves again, blending into the village shadows. Night falls. Diep sits beside Nai's sleeping form, tears sliding silently down her cheeks. James's face flashes through her mind, his smile, his warmth, the promises they made. But now he's trapped. Because of her. Because of a past she didn't even know existed. She whispers into the darkness, voice trembling. James, I love you, but how do I save you? Outside, the wind rises again, rustling the banana leaves. Somewhere far away, a dog barks, and Diep realizes something terrifying. James's father isn't done. The pressure has only begun.